shot. Please, God, don't let her suffer. Oh, I can't handle that. So tonight I'm hunting a totally new piece of property that I just got permission on at lunchtime today. I came over here on my lunch break because it's literally 2 miles from my work, and I just walked the perimeter of this field, and the woman that owns the property said there's always deer out in her field. The marsh over here behind me, and so I looked at the map, and there's not much back there besides just thick timber. So I'm assuming they're bedding up in there somewhere, and it goes for a while. As long as I don't have any deer coming from behind me, I would think that I should be okay. I'm hoping to at least see some deer and then maybe figure out where they're coming in at. But I'm, hunting this spot blind. I'm literally probably 8 feet up in a tree, 2 sticks high. And I just got enough cover right here in this little gap. They come from this little opening here. I'll see if I can show you. This little opening right here on the edge of the field. Coming through there. More trails along here. So I'm not sure where they're going to come in at. This wind is wild right now. Check out those trees just blowing, but holy crap. I'm just fired up that I'm not any higher than I am, because when my tree snaps, luckily my fall won't be that far. At this rate, there's going to be a 0% chance that I hear any deer coming in. Two deer will just walk out. Too bad they're about 150 yards away. I almost set up in that island, but there was nowhere to set up. Pretty exciting night. I just got back to the car about an hour after legal shooting ended. I had a really nice buck come in from behind me to my right, and with the wind being slightly western like I thought it was, and that south wind, it was blowing like across from me, and he was just slightly out of my wind direction. And so right at the end of, you can see it in the video, towards the end of legal light, like around 6 o'clock, I had 2 does run out in front of me in the field, probably not right in front of me, but probably like 200 yards down the field. And I, kind of talked about that, and they were working their way down. And legal light ended at 6:17, and no joke, I'm sitting in my stand watching these does, and then they're getting closer to me, and I hear footsteps behind me, and I look, and it's a huge buck, and he is coming right towards me, and it's literally 1 to 2 minutes after legal shooting, and he walks right beside me, and he's only 8 yards away. I could have smoked him, even after there was enough light from the field that I could have still gotten him. But I'm like, obviously you can't live with that, and you can't do that, but it was just so crazy. I'm like, dude, if you were just 5 minutes sooner, so stressful, but amazing to see him. I got some footage of him. By the time he made it out into the field, my camera doesn't do real well in like lower light, so I had to put it like on night mode. But you can definitely see his frame, and he was eating 40 yards in front of me, 30 to 40 yards in front of me. I actually used my rangefinder at one point. He was only 40 yards, but he had been closer than that like for a while, and then he kind of worked out. And then finally they started moving across the field, and I was able to get down, and I never spooked him or anything or jumped him again. So I'm hoping that I can get back in there and hunt another day. Like I said, it's only about a couple miles from work, so it's really nice. But just crazy. I didn't really expect anything to come from behind me like that with the wind direction, but tonight it kind of paid off. Again, I was only 8 feet in the air, so you don't have to be super high. He had no idea I was there. If he had been 5 minutes earlier, he still would have had no idea. He came like it was like the perfect spot that he could have come. Stressful. So Zach sees Andy, and then I see this buck that I've never seen before. Like I said, first time hunting this spot, and it was just crazy afternoon, but it was awesome. I love seeing him. I was freezing until I saw that deer, and then I was like, I could stay here all night and watch this deer if I had enough light to do it. So awesome hunt. Obviously I didn't get anything, but it was still a great time. Felt great to be out. Try again tomorrow, maybe. It's gonna rain, so we'll see. So I just got settled in, and I'm at the same spot I was yesterday where I saw that big buck at the end of legal light, or right after legal light. I'm guessing I'll probably never see that buck again, but there were 2 does that came out way down. I showed you that in the video. And right now with the rain coming, it's a southeast wind. Yesterday was a southwest. So I'm not in the same tree I was yesterday. I am all the way down in the corner. And yesterday when that buck came out in front of me, he ended up working his way up here. And so if he comes out down there again at that late, I probably won't get a shot out of him. But with this eastern wind, I have the wind in my face, and it's blowing diagonally up past me, opposite of where he came out from. So I'm hoping he won't catch my wind. Hopefully, we'll see. Who knows? So I just got settled. It's super windy. I think between 15 and 20 miles an hour. We have a west-northwest wind. Now I'm just kind of waiting. I think it's going to get pretty cold. It's supposed to feel like 32 later on. So after that rain and the temperatures dropping, I would think the deer would be moving. They've been coming out here and feeding on this grass. So I'm hoping. I feel like I'm pretty hidden. I got the right camo on today. It kind of matches the tree. So, gotta keep my eyes behind me because I can't hear anything with all this wind. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm hoping they'll come from there and I'll have a chance, but I don't know. We'll see though. Should be a good afternoon. I didn't get a pass through. She was about 30 yards. I don't know. I'm gonna give it some time and go check it out. I just texted Zach. I wish it had been a nice clean pass through. Oh man, I'm shaking. I could hear something coming through the woods. And then she came right out in front of me. I had a chance to draw back. Oh man, I just hope it was a good shot. Oh jeez, I'm super worried because I didn't get a pass through. I hope I got enough penetration. It looked like it was hanging out quite a ways. I might have rushed the shot just a little bit. I don't know. It felt fairly good. She was walking. I'll have to check back over the footage. It's probably going to be a track job. I know I didn't get her in the guts or anything, so it was towards the vitals. Hopefully I just got enough penetration. I can't see my arrow. Makes me kind of feel sick. I just hope it was a good shot. Oh man. We have 7 minutes left of legal. Man, that makes me sick. All I want is a clean kill. I mean, just like anybody. But, I almost took my rangefinder out. But it's in my pocket and it would have been too loud. But, I don't know if I got shoulder blade or what. I'm gonna throw up. Please be a good shot. Please, God, don't let her suffer. Oh, I can't handle that. Oh, it was nice though because she didn't have any fawns with her like the one last night. I forgot to turn the GoPro on, so I didn't get any footage of me drawing back. Man. I'm gonna watch back the footage and see what I got. Hopefully it's good. Oh, I'm so wet too, so I'm just freezing. I watched the footage back. It looks like a good shot, but I didn't zoom in on it, so it's a little bit, it's basically like trying to watch it from my stand where it actually happened. I didn't zoom in because she was looking at me. I'm gonna give it some time and then I'm gonna get down. Probably start packing up here in a minute and then going to see if I can find any blood in the field. It's probably not gonna be much blood because I didn't get an exit wound. I don't know. Might have to call the dog. Makes me sick. It's the first time I've ever shot an animal with a bow. I was really hoping my first one would be a good one. Oh boy. Please God. I'm freezing and I'm sick to my stomach. I didn't hear her crash. Just heard her took off. It's pretty thick back there, so I don't know where she could have gone. The neighbor's property's posted, so if she crosses the line, I'm gonna have to go get permission. I'll go talk to the landowner in a second and see what she thinks. She says the neighbor's pretty friendly, so I don't know, but I'm gonna start backing up so I can get down and check.
I feel like she could have been a touch quartered away from that angle. Can you rewind it? Did you happen to see where she ended up going in?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. It looks like the knock is hanging down at the end too, and that's part of the reason why I'm wondering. It sounded good though. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Blood is going to tell us a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look like it's that far forward from where the knock hits.
No. I don't know.
We'll go up and check.
Yeah.
Good eye, buddy. Good eye. Okay. Okay. There's blood right there. I don't know if she went, which way she went, but
She got far with it, huh?
yeah, she did. It doesn't look like, looks like up to here roughly from where, because it splatters up.
Yeah. That's a decent picture, right?
Pick that up so I can see the end of it. Yeah, that's lung blood.
It is?
Looks like it to me. Yeah, I mean, it looks like it. It's hard to tell because I don't see a ton of bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's
Just
a little bit of bubbles right
the
there.
brightness of it is more of why. Okay, there's. We need to be really careful now about blood.
Where's Tyler?
I'm gonna get. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting now. Blood.
What's up?
Hey, we found the arrow.
Oh, sick. Are you back towards where you were?
Can you see my light at all?
No, I'll start heading back that way, though.
Okay. Where'd she go from there? Right up there. Mm-hmm. More. More. Yep. More. The last one I see right here. What's right here?
Yeah.
Got more?
Yeah. Right here. Pile of it right there.
Good eye. Yeah, there's something right here.
Yeah.
You see any more? Yeah, there's a little spot right here. There you go. Right there.
Yeah.
You need the tracking dog when you have Tyler Ross.
Just because I got the brightest headlamp.
New batteries for the win. Still got it?
Yeah, there's a big thing right there. Yep. There's her tracks.
Yep.
She looked like a decent doe in the video, right?
Yeah, she did.
Those tracks look tiny. It's like, geez, I don't think I smoked a fall.
I don't think she's like 140 pounds, but I don't think she's 70 pounds.
Yeah. I thought she was about 100.
Is there blood right there in front of you? Oh, I guess not. I missed it. Getting a little more open. We gotta be a little more careful.
Where was the last one? Right
Find
there.
blood before we keep moving back here somewhere. Right there. Right there, your foot.
Right there.
So probably I would guess behind you, yeah.
There's a bunch of dirt right here.
So I had Zach come out and help me track that deer, and then my buddy Tyler came out too, and we pretty much were gonna almost give up, and then we decided to just grid search. Kind of worried about coyotes, and we couldn't find my arrow, and so we ended up when Tyler got here, we ended up going further from the tree stand, further down, because we were kind of going more forward. So we kind of reenacted the shot and decided that she had kind of gone down a lot further. So Tyler cut in, Zach cut in, I cut down a little bit further. Finally, I see my lighted knock just through the woods, and so we got everybody up by the arrow and found good blood for, I don't know, 50 yards or so, I guess. And then it kind of seemed to disappear. So I got a tracking dog coming in the morning, probably around 7 or so, I hope. I'm gonna try and get here between 6:30 and 7, and then we would just wait. But I don't know, do everything we can. I guess I probably just hit her a little too far forward, but it looked like some of the blood might have had some bubbles, but it's kind of hard to tell. So, and I can't really tell how much penetration I got. Maybe it's tough to say. It could be like 8 inches, or it could have been like 4 inches. It's hard to really say because of when we picked up the arrow, the blood kind of ran down the arrow. There was some hair on it that was like further down, probably like around 8 inches or so, 7 inches, and that's why I kind of thought that I got decent penetration, but I don't know. So I guess we'll find out tomorrow what the tracker thinks and what the dog can do. So I'm headed over to the place where I shot that doe last night, and I'm gonna wait for the dog tracker. I got Lindsay Ware and her dog Aldo coming to try and see if they can get on the trail. I have a pretty good feeling that deer's still alive, but you never know, and that's why I got the dog. I think if anybody can find it, it's gonna be Lindsay and her dog. They're pretty good, so I think they'll make quick work of it, and we'll see what happens. But I'm headed there now, and I'll keep you posted of what's going on. He's excited, huh?
Oh goodness, yeah. Always. So with him too, we'll just make sure that we just need to make sure to be behind him.
Yep.
Because he gets kind of competitive if people get in front of him. And as soon as we leave like your last blood, just like let me know if you see blood that I don't see.
Okay.
Because I like to mark everything so that we can kind of see what the deer's doing, see all the evidence and all that.
Okay.
You know, see if we're getting fresh blood this morning, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I left the arrow right where she dropped it.
Okay, perfect.
I kind of thought that maybe we had more penetration than I thought, just because of how far she carried the arrow.
Right.
She probably carried the arrow almost 100 yards.
Okay.
And so I was like, for her to run through the woods the way she did, you would think she would have
Without
knocked it off
breaking,
before, yeah. How old is he now?
He is 3.5.
Okay. In his prime.
Yeah, he's doing so good. We're getting them out on so many tracks. He's about to hit 100 lifetime recoveries so far.
Holy.
He's at 99.
Yeah. Did you guys track any moose?
Yeah, we did. We actually did like 4 moose calls this year. We found 2.
Yep.
Pretty like this had been not frosty though.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe she spent the night there.
Okay.
And hung out. We'll see what's beyond this. If we see fresh blood and stuff, then we'll know she's up this morning. And it's good if they're bedding, but also if they're getting up out of it out of their own volition, and we're not like seeing them, you know, they're sick or something, then they're probably fine. He's having trouble after this point, which kind of tells me that she rested up and there's not a lot of adrenaline said clotted up. And so we're not likely to see a lot of blood after this, if anything.
Okay.
But we'll let him kind of sort it out. I wonder if he was actually right down there and it's just, he's just kind of losing it because she's kind of like healthy smelling, you know?
Yeah.
Which doesn't really stink as much.
So at what point do we call it?
Well, usually what I do for a suspected like low penetration muscle hit is usually they'll go a little bit longer than that before like resting up, so we'll track them and, you know, get a little bit of blood here and there for confirmation, and just do it based on distance.
Okay.
So like, you know, we'll go half mile, 3/4 mile, a mile, however long like we have time for, and then be like, okay, like obviously not dying.
Yeah.
I kind of think she's gonna be fine regardless because she's not dead in that bed.
Yeah.
But it's like weird stuff happens, and I always like to be sure.
All right, so I just got back to the vehicle. We tracked the deer for 600 yards, and then we got to some posted property, so we called the landowner, and he wouldn't let us go any further. And then he like wanted us to wait there for him, and we're like, oh, we're not gonna wait here for you. So we just ended up turning around. Lindsay was pretty certain that the deer wasn't fatally wounded and that it was going to be fine. She actually just wanted to kind of keep going to find like maybe some fresh blood to just be like, yeah, hey, the deer's still moving, just to kind of like prove to me. But I definitely trust her professional opinion, and she's been doing it for a long time. I've done everything I could. It seems like the deer's going to be fine. Looks like I just was more of a muscle wound than anything. I guess it happens, so I'll just try and learn from my mistakes and kind of keep going, but I feel like I did everything I could to try and recover the deer and can't do much else. So I'm actually going to give this place a break for probably a week before I hunt it again, just because we disturbed the area so much. Thank you to Lindsay for coming out. I appreciate her time. Her dog's great, so if you guys in Maine need to track her around the greater Bangor area, she's a good one to get a hold of for sure. All right, until next time.